What's up, gentlemen? Hayden and Colton here, and this is the Salty Gentleman Podcast.
We just decided to do this podcast one day because we were just sitting at work and just BSing to each other, and we're like, hey, why don't we just do a podcast? We talk about enough stuff from, we talk about conspiracy theories to duck hunting. I think that covers pretty much everything.
Pretty much everything in between, man. Solving the world's problems one day at a time.
One blue collar day at a time. That's what we're doing.
So might as well, we're like, hey, let's record it and see what happens. So Here we go.
Man, you know what I've been wanting to talk about? Swan hunting.
Let's hear it.
Dude, are you a big swan hunter?
I would like to be. I'm a big waterfowl hunter.
Oh yeah. See, I love waterfowl. I go out on the airboat because my family's got an airboat. I'm too poor to have one myself, but it's a game changer.
Oh, I can imagine, man. I've been busting my hump through the marsh walking my own two legs.
Dude, I did that one too many times, and I'm like, I got to have a boat. And you know what? We're gonna try to get one here soon. But swan hunting, dude, they're like bowling balls falling out of the sky.
Oh, I can believe it.
And yeah, gosh, I was talking to one guy because I stopped by the Bear River Bird Refuge, and he had a swan that had like a 6'5" wingspan. And
it's like shooting a pterodactyl.
Dude, it is a pterodactyl. That's all it is. That one would not be fun to be hit by. I've been hit by like a falling duck. That one wasn't very fun, but a swan that's like 3 times the size of that.
Yeah, here we go. Just pulled up some facts on this to give you guys some actual specifics. Trumpeter swans, right?
Yeah, trumpeter swan, yeah.
Yeah, 6 feet in length and weighing more than 25 pounds.
Jeez.
That is almost twice as much as a tundra swan.
Ugh.
And that's got to be 3 times as much as a Canada goose.
Oh my gosh.
And those are big birds.
Oh, those are big birds. You know what sucks is that the swan hunt could end instantly. Did you know about this? That if you kill
the tags, in Utah, or is it a nationwide thing?
It might be a nationwide thing, but it might be different for each state. Because I know Utah, if you kill 20 trumpeter swans, you're done. Doesn't matter if it's the first day, the last day, or they never kill them. And I got an email last week saying that they killed 10.
Oh.
And I haven't checked it this week. But I know they killed at least one more because my brother went out today and he killed the trumpeter.
So he depends on how many people. He could have been the one that shot that 21st swan.
He could have been like, oh yeah, I'm number 20, and that would have been it. That's the crazy thing. The one thing I wish they would change though is the duck limit.
Oh,
on
100%.
Like I know you do not like that you only can shoot one pintail.
No, I'm not a big fan of that because last year I was out hunting and the only thing flying was pintails, and you would not believe how many Drake pintails there were.
Ugh.
For maybe every hen, there was 17 Drake pintails.
See, and like I personally I haven't seen or killed one this year. I've done plenty last year, probably got 1 or 2 a week, but this year it's just nothing.
Yeah, honestly, I was out today on the marsh. I didn't see any pintails flying. Seen a couple geese and actually a whole flock of gadwalls snuck in behind me while I was just standing up like a goon. So I just watched them fly away and was like, oh, I'm retarded.
Yeah. See, that's one thing is like you could have a whole bunch of birds right at first, and then it just shuts off completely. The moment you stand up or need to pee, that's when all the teal are flying into your decoys.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Let's see, it was lights out. People were shooting, sounded like World War III out there, from maybe 7:30 to 8:45, and then after that it was nothing.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
absolutely nothing.
It's because we're having blue jay skies right now.
Yeah, the weather's been really weird.
It is. Like, we're working outside every single day, and like this last week it's probably been 30, 40 degrees tops. So
yeah, tops.
I'm freezing my ass off out there. And I know you are too.
Oh yeah, it gets pretty chilly, but
There's no snow.
there's no snow. No snow at all.
Nothing at all. I'm like, please, I just need a little bit of snow.
You just need to get them birds moving.
Yeah, yeah. And one thing, I hate shooting coots, man. Coots are my least favorite thing in the whole world because they are the stupidest looking duck.
Coot killer.
Coot killers,
Yeah,
exactly.
you don't want to be known as that guy.
No, dude, if you slam a coot, it better be because it's the end of the day or it just decided to swim into your decoys at the very last second.
Slamming a coot is like last call at the bar.
Exactly. Oh, man.
I mean, I can't speak from experience, but I've listened to enough country songs, all right?
Yeah, if you're that last call, dude, if you have nothing in your bag and a coot swimming by, that's when you slam it and leave it.
You know what's crazy is I met a guy, and he moved to Utah from, I think it was somewhere down south. And this guy was the king of killing coots.
No.
Yes. He would shoot his limit every time he went out. In fact, he got stopped by one of the game wardens out there. And I want to say it was like, we'll just say Alabama. Mm-hmm. For all I know. I don't know. Maybe they don't have the coot season. But anyway, this guy's from down south. Weirdo. And let's see. He got stopped by the game warden. And I think he had killed some coots right as soon as shooting hours were over.
Oh, no.
And he seen the game warden, and the game warden's like, "What'd you kill?" He's like, "Coots." The game warden's like, "I don't even care, man. You are the only person that shoots those things. Go for it. Keep them."
Oh, dude. And especially with how expensive, like, ammo prices are, I don't want to waste a shell
No.
on a coot.
Let me just shoot this $3 shell at this bird.
And
It's trash.
You know what's funny is I was out hunting with my dad and my brother, and we're sitting there, and we're like, okay, there's not a lot of birds flying, but I'm sitting on the far left side, my dad's in the middle, my brother's kind of off to the right, and we're in a little cove, so he couldn't see too much to his right.
Okay.
And me and my dad saw this coot flying, dude, and we can see it's coming right for my brother. So what do? We kind of snicker at each other. We're like, "Hey Zach, here comes a bird. Turn to your right and shoot it." And he turns up and he slams that coot like it just smacks it, and it smacks the water. He sends his dog out, Diesel, to get it, brings it back, and all he says is, "Aw, you bastards! You guys made me shoot a coot."
Oh man, you gotta be quick on that waterfowl identification on the wing.
Exactly. But if you're just blindly shooting at that and you smack a coot, you're going to be known as coot killer for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It's bad enough to be known as the hen killer. You know, the old lady killer.
Oh yeah, them henny pennies, man.
Yeah.
You don't want to kill those either. They make more targets for next year.
Exactly. You don't want to be the guy known as shooting out the old Susies.
Oh. And do you actually know what the coot limit is here in Utah?
I want to say last time I looked it was 25, but
Yeah.
didn't they up it or?
No, as far as I know, it's still 25. Let's look that up right
I
now.
got the guide here.
Because 25, that's a whole box of shells right there. If you're good. If you're like me, you're 3 boxes of shells.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like $30+ to kill 25 birds that taste like sewer sludge.
Oh, you know what? We actually tried some coot beef jerky
Really?
one day. I kid you not. It was blacker than mud, man. Like, it literally looked like you just took the mud off the bottom of the boat and slapped it on a barbecue. And it was so black. And I tried it, and I think we had a teriyaki blend one, and then just a normal buffalo barbecue type deal.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was disgusting. It tasted like mud and fish. I couldn't do it. Like, even the thought of it, if you would hand it to me, I'm like, oh yeah, this is like sea jerky, like some seafood jerky.
Is that the old seaweed jerky?
Yeah. But dude, it was coot, and man, it was not good at all. Let's see. We got that pulled up of how many we can shoot this year. Is it still 25?
Just about. I'm on geese. Where's the ducks at?
Oh yeah, geese. Oh, see, me personally, I've never shot a Canadian goose. I've shot at them, but those things are just as hardy as swans. You shoot those things, and it's like poking at it with like a BB gun.
Oh yeah, that's like taking out a tank, man.
It is like those,
especially late season.
Mm-hmm. And you can actually hear the pellets hit their feathers. That's what's crazy to me. You can literally see the pellets hit them and fall off.
That's insane. And what shells are you using?
Dude, apparently one filled with nothing, because when I shoot at Canadians, they don't even go down. But I will say that I did kill my swan this year with 3-inch mags.
Really?
Yeah, 3 inchers. I think I was like 3-inch 4-shot. And I don't know how, because I was sitting there waiting for some ducks. I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, I was gonna 3 and 4, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
And usually you'd want to be using double
like,
BB.
Yeah, double BB or 2-shot.
Yeah, something bigger.
And yeah, I don't know how, but people out there, dude, swan hunting especially, they irritate me so bad. You ever heard them call the swans?
No.
They're just going whoop, whoop, whoop. And they sound ridiculous. Like, I get it, some guys can't do the swan call.
Yeah, for sure.
Me personally, I like to do the swan call a little bit better than that. And I'll tell you, the day that I actually shot my swan, we were sitting there, and I shot mine about 7:30. We were guiding for a family friend of ours as well, because his son had a swan tag.
Nice.
And we're like, okay, let's take you out. And we're sitting there. I shoot my swan because he was on the other side. And I start to get some coming in, and it's like 9:30 at this point. And all of a sudden a boat starts up on the launch. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, all right, they're a little bit farther down. And, swans are flying everywhere. And I see these guys launch their boat, and I can hear them from across the marsh. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? Are these dudes like screaming at each other? And so they drive their boat down past us, and they got really close to our decoys. Like, close enough to where if I wanted to, I could throw a shell at them. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm like, there's all this marsh, and they're staying so close to us. And then all of a sudden they come right back. And then back out again. And the guy that was with us was getting so pissed. He was hating it. Like, he was the type of dude that would walk on water just to punch you in the face.
Oh, man.
And you know what? We had some dudes about 300 yards from us, to the left of us. And these guys that show up at 9:30 in the morning after breakfast, apparently, show up and they come in right in between us.
That's insane. Yeah, I mean, some people don't know that Beto's is open all night.
I know.
Get in there at 3 in the morning, get you a breakfast burrito.
Dude,
the swamp.
They just had to get their beauty sleep apparently. But they get in there and they are so loud. And the guy that we were guiding with, he lost it.
Oh.
He did.
Yes.
He's over there because you could hear these guys talking about all the fun they had last night. And this guy gets up, I don't give a shit about your last night ordeals. You better shut the hell up before I walk over there. Me and my dad are laughing our ass off at this point. Man. Like, just dying at the audacity of this dude to, like, see 3 big guys get out of a boat and just start yelling at him. Because this dude's, like, 5'9", probably, and 120 pounds.
I'm sure the typical, like, dude.
Yeah. He just wanted, he needed to be heard a little bit.
He just wanted everybody to know how cool he was.
But yeah, man, I think duck hunting and swan hunting is the best.
Oh, without a doubt, man. It's the easiest thing to get out and do.
It is expensive to start up with.
Although I will say, once you get your waders, I picked mine up from Cabela's, $110.
Mm-hmm.
Got my jacket. I was maybe $120. So I'm sitting there, $230, $40 decoys. Boom.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you don't own a shotgun, then that's going to be your most expensive thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But you know what was the hardest thing for me was one, finding people to go out with.
Oh yeah.
Two, location, man.
Oh, dude.
Like it. I don't know about you, but to me, when I'm looking at the guidebook, I'm like, okay, where can I go duck hunting?
Mm-hmm.
You know, going to any state park or lake is just kind of sketches me out a little bit. You know, that's why I'm usually sticking to WMAs because I'm like, all right, I can be here.
Yeah, you're like,
even though
okay.
you can hunt state parks and things like that.
Yeah, we actually went to Rockport, and it was weird. It was like I'm watching the road to my left, and there was other guys there, which made me feel good. But I'm like, I didn't know I could hunt here.
Yeah,
like this is the weirdest thing ever. But yeah, I will say it is a little bit weird trying to find an area, and you know, boats make it a little bit more accessible.
Oh, for
but
sure.
if you're just on foot, like going to Farmington Bay, Bear River, like yeah, it's doable, but you're gonna have a lot of guys there.
You're gonna have a lot of guys, and you're gonna have to hike a lot.
Yep. Me, you know, I like to be lazy. I'd rather walk my butt to the boat, and that's it.
Turn the ignition on.
Yep, just go from there.
Yeah, see, I'm looking forward to hunting with you on the airboat.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to be a good time.
We're going to go in a couple weeks because we both got some Thanksgiving plans that we got going on. But, dude, yeah, it's going to be nice.
Oh, yeah.
It's just if the wives are okay with us going.
Yeah. Oh, they will be. You know, we got to work on them brownie points.
Exactly. I heard that you had to earn some brownie points to go today, actually. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so speaking of brownie points, you know, a little background. I'm working nonstop. Wife's always saying I'm always gone. I'm making money, though, so I'm not off partying. Not trying to tell everybody about it the next day at the duck blind. But, yeah, man, I really wanted to get out. I've been meaning to get out. Just bought a canoe.
Yeah, I saw your canoe. You sent me a nice picture of that.
Oh, yeah. But last night, man, I don't know what it is, but as soon as you're like, oh, man, I need to go duck hunting. Hey, honey, what do I need to do? I need to get up early in the morning and go shoot some birds.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. I got home from work probably about 5:36.
Yeah, we didn't.
Got in.
We didn't do too much overtime on Friday.
And we're kind of chilling at home once I got home, and I was like, all right, I need to get to work. I need to go duck hunt tomorrow. So deep cleaned our guest bathroom.
Oh,
all right.
Oh, that's a rough one right there.
Oh yeah, scrubbing the toilet, hands and knees, latex gloves. You know.
Oh, dude, you even latexed up.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
You were
Latexed
really
up.
trying to earn those brownie points, weren't you?
You can lick that toilet bowl. Yeah, that's how clean that is.
Oh man, yeah. I bet if you wouldn't have told your wife that you were going duck hunting, that's where you would have been eating your food off.
Here's the thing. That's been on my chore list for the past couple months. But as soon as duck hunting's involved, I'm in.
Exactly. So, key note: any lady listeners, if your man wants to go duck hunting, you have to give him chores the night before, because if you if you don't get the bathroom done tonight, you can't go in the morning. I will tell you what, that bathroom will be spotless. Kitchen needs to be done, dishes need to be put away. Oh, easy. Just tell him, be like, hey, you're not going unless that's done.
Hell, you got a back porch addition you want to do on your house? That shit's going to be done in 6 hours.
Exactly. Exactly. There's no doubt in my mind, if there was anything that my wife was like, hun, I need you to drive to Idaho and go get me a scratcher to go duck hunting, I'd be like, oh, all right, I'll be back. How many you want?
Here we go. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. That is the gentleman rule today. The gentleman rule that we're always going to do in every podcast is give you one rule in the middle of the podcast, the gentleman's rule. And each time it's going to be a little bit different. So today is yes, ma'am. Dudes, just whatever you do, if your wife is in a pissy mood or even a happy mood, you just say yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. But don't put your balls in her purse.
No. You got to keep those out. And if they're already in there, you go reach for them, or you just say, baby, can I please have those out of your purse now?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but you can't be a duck hunter and a sissy at the same time.
Oh, no, not at all. Unless you take your, that's one thing I wanted to do is actually take my woman duck hunting with me.
You know what? I actually did last year.
Did you?
I took Tosh and my 2 little girls out.
Oh, shoot.
It was quite the ordeal. Lots of work on my part. But you know what? It was a good time. Everybody had a good time. The weather was actually not too bad.
See, that would be nice. See, now we're going to have to take your wife and my wife together and go duck hunting because for some reason they've just hit it off today. This is actually their first time meeting. Me and Hayden are related, and our first time our wives have actually met each other, thanks COVID.
Yeah.
And they're like 2 peas in a pod already. And so
here we go.
I know. I think all we need to do is be like, hey, we're going to make a little trip out of it.
Go shoot some ducks, maybe even plan some cool trips.
Yeah.
Out of state.
Mm-hmm. We need to.
Maybe out of country as soon as
things open up.
As soon as things open up.
I know. Me and my wife are actually trying to get into traveling a little bit more. We actually just planned our very first trip. We're going to take it in January, and we're going to go to Disneyland.
Oh, nice.
My wife's never been on a plane. Never been,
flying
to Disneyland.
out.
Yeah, flying out. And I've always kind of like talked to her like, hey, let's go to Disneyland. And she's never been one where like, oh, yeah, that would be fun. More it's more like, that just kind of seems like overrated and not that fun. And you know what it took? My sister Brittany and her husband are like, hey, we're taking an adult trip to Disneyland and to the beach and stuff in California in January for her husband's birthday. And Andy's like, oh my gosh, Disneyland sounds like the most fun thing ever in the world now. And I'm like, are you kidding me? We've been married 6 months. I've been trying to go while we were dating even. And she wouldn't do it. And now someone else.
That's an impressive trip to undergo when you're dating.
Well,
I will say that.
We did go on a little trip. We went to St. George. And for those who don't know, we're about 5 hours away from St. George. So it's not like a huge ordeal. But yeah, the very first trip we went with my parents, actually.
Nice. The old chaperones.
Oh, dude, the old chaperones had to share one room with our parents, and it was interesting, dude.
I bet it was.
But it was kind of nice because, my parents are more chill. They're like, oh, yeah, you guys just do what you want. You don't have to stick with us the whole time.
Yeah, your parents are way cool, man.
Oh, dude, yeah. Yeah, we got a surprise from my dad at work the other day. All of a sudden, we're sitting there working on a house. We're electricians, by the way. And all of a sudden, I see some guy walking up the stairs that I didn't see. And sure enough, it's my dad. And I'm like, what the heck are you doing here? Apparently, he was seeing Hayden over there. And he's like, shh, we're not going to tell anyone.
Yep. Yeah. And you and your dad look identical.
Dude,
You're just the white chocolate version.
The white chocolate version of my dad. Dude, I heard that a lot, that I look like my dad. I just don't see it enough. Like, to me, I don't know. I don't see that I look like my dad, but then I put pictures up next to us.
That's
and
you got to look at the pictures.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, shoot. And my wife's like, yeah, you walk the same, you talk the same. It's not a clear.
Yeah, it's never clear to the person involved. That's how me and my dad are.
Oh, dude, I could have put you and your dad together instantly.
See, and when I was like, no, I don't look like him.
No, yeah.
I look more like this. I look more like that.
Yeah, you're like, oh wait, no, I'm turning into my dad.
Yeah,
like
no.
the older we're getting, I can definitely see it too. I'm like, oh yeah, It's different.
I still have a full head of hair.
I hope I'm keeping my full head of my hair. It's long.
Well, do you even have genetics that you're gonna go bald at all?
The only thing I can think of is my grandpa, and that'd be your great grandpa, right? Yeah, and he was balding a little bit when he passed away.
Still had hair.
He still had hair, but everyone else, like on my dad's side of the family, no, everyone was full head of hair.
Nice and luscious.
Yeah, like my dad's 57, 58, one of those. And yeah, he's still He's still rocking full head of hair.
And not even any gray on him either.
He's got a little gray in his beard when he grows it out, and a little like speckling of gray. Like someone took like a paintbrush and kind of like flicked it at him. That's about it.
It's nuts.
How old's your dad now?
Oh, 46.
46? Okay, so 46. Yeah, he's not old enough to be getting gray. He's not gray at all.
No, he does. He's got it right on the
edge of the beard.
Chops, yeah.
Huh. Dude, see, yeah, it's just everyone's getting older.
Yeah, it's insane. Completely insane. But kind of on a tangent there. Let's see.
Yeah, let's wrap back to our hunting adventures.
All right, so circling back to the coot limit, I found it here.
Oh, you found it? Heck yes.
Found it. So the daily bag limit is 25, and in possession is 75.
In possession is 75.
So I could kill 25 yesterday, 25 today, and keep them all in the back of my truck and not get in trouble.
And then, kill 25 tomorrow.
Yeah.
How could there be that many coots? Like, are guys just not shooting them, or are there just a ton of coot hunters that I just don't know about?
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand what is the big concern with coots. Like, they're a trash bird to me. Like, what are they doing?
They are a trash bird.
Like why wouldn't they be categorized into the snipes or something like that you couldn't shoot?
Yeah, because I mean they have those wading birds that you can't shoot.
Yeah.
Let's see, because I want to see the waterfowl species ones.
Yeah, what is a coot even classified as?
That's what I want to know.
Because they don't look like a normal duck when they're...
Oh, no, like their feet...
Like if they're walking and kind of dabbling in the water, they don't look like a normal duck.
Because they have like a short merganser bill, like that little tiny black and green bill.
Yeah.
And then their feet are what freak me out, is because it looks like a chicken foot with like little flaps on it.
Yeah. Oh man! Again, going back to that dude that just loved killing him.
Did he eat them? Like what
yes.
was?
So this is what he swore by was the best way to eat a coot, and it's like you breast them out, you keep the skin on them, and then you like boil them and kind of turn them into like a
stew,
like a dumpling and like a chicken and dumpling type thing, like
what?
Gravy. And all that stuff. And apparently it's pretty good. Would I ever try it? I would try it if somebody else made it, for sure. Am I going to make it myself?
Absolutely not.
Hell no.
But that's the thing, isn't their skin like the dark purplish skin? It's almost like, oh my gosh, what are those really fancy blue chickens? Like their skin is like a different color.
Blue chickens.
Yeah, that's a cooking topic that we'll hit on another episode. But yeah, dude, and even how you like see baby ducks and they're like the cutest little fuzzballs ever.
Oh yeah.
You ever seen a baby coot?
No.
I want you to look up a baby coot, and you look at this spawn of Satan right here.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Like,
is that it right there?
That's it right there. It's literally like.
Oh, we're gonna have to get this posted up so you guys can see this. Oh my goodness!
It's just like a tiny, like basically someone took a little yellow duckling, threw it in some oil, then threw it through a blender.
I'm sorry, but if I seen that little thing coming at me, I would kick that.
Yeah.
I would punt that thing away from me.
Like, let's see that. It's got a weird red head.
It's like balding.
Yeah, it looks like Danny DeVito's head.
It looks like Danny DeVito as a bird.
No, dude, come on, Danny's good looking. But dude, it's like a tiny little black fuzz with a little bit of yellow, which is weird to me because they don't have red or yellow in them. Like, look at that adult coot one down a little bit right there.
Yeah, okay.
It's got a white and black bill. The only thing red on it is its eyes because it is a spawn of Satan.
Yeah, man, that's a mean bird. Maybe Maybe that's why the bag limit is so high.
Maybe they're like, these
Maybe-
things are so ugly.
Well, maybe they're like, some sort of demon bird, and the government doesn't want to tell us.
They're just like, yeah, we can't tell you about these. I mean,
You need to kill them.
look at these feet.
Oh my goodness.
I need all of our listeners, if you've never seen a coot or know what a coot is, to look up what a coot looks like, especially when they're molting, like this picture. Like, maybe we'll post this on our Instagram today at The Salty Gentleman, and we'll show you guys what we're talking about with a freaking coot.
That thing's feet are bigger than its entire body, man.
Dude, but they run across water. Like these,
Oh yeah,
they're like the Jesus lizards. Like, you seen those where they run
Yeah.
across water? Coots do the same thing. They just run
Freaks.
across water, and they're gross, man.
Maybe that's exactly what happened. Was in the early 1900s when the whole federal thing came out to protect these waterfowl. Some dude got scared and shot it and was like, "Oh shit!"
He's like, we have
What?
to eradicate all of these things because these things are horrifying looking. And you know what? My wife thinks they're cute. And you know what? I'm just like, these are the ugliest thing ever. It's like, you just want to mud stomp them in the water after you shoot them.
Oh yeah.
It's just, they're bad. They're ugly looking. I want you to send me one of those pictures so I can post it on our Instagram today.
I will send it to you. It's nuts.
They're not good looking. Like, I will say the prettiest duck ever.
That's creepy, man.
Oh, that is creepy. But the prettiest duck, what is your opinion? What is the prettiest duck you've ever seen? Not that you've killed, but seen.
That I've seen in person has got to be a wood duck.
Oh, dude. Wood ducks, especially for a Utah guy, as in Utah, you are lucky if you ever see a wood duck. Ever. Like, there's plenty of birds here, but, oh, look at that wood. Yeah. Wood ducks
woodies.
are the best looking ducks. They're the one time that you can say in front of your guy friends that I got a woody. Do you guys want to see it? And all of them will say yes.
100%. 100%.
Oh, they're good looking, man. But so is a mallard.
The mallard's good looking.
I will say,
Greenhead.
shooting an old greenhead, dude, and pulling its curls, those are the best looking ducks. I got one mounted. Still at my parents' because my wife will not let me keep that in the house yet, just because we don't have enough room.
Yeah, I believe it.
You know, apartment living's fun, man.
Apartment living. Yeah.
But yeah, it's all those and pintails, especially.
Pintails are good looking.
Pintails, I know we talked about pintail, the limit, a little bit. Dude, they're just a pretty bird. I mean, their sprigs are, some of them get huge. And
Yeah.
they're just, I got a few of them that I killed and didn't want to get them mounted at all. So they're actually in my truck on the liner next to the door. So when you open it up, it's got pintails, curls from mallards, and then one wing feather from my swan this year.
Nice.
So I know,
Very nice.
slowly making the truck a little bit more rednecky.
There you go. All you need now is some raccoon tails on the antenna.
The old raccoon tail. No, man, I got, instead of an antenna, I got a bullet on there. I got a 50 cal bullet.
Oh, that is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I did have a nice little black emblem on the front, but as we found out today, it got stolen.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I may have ordered one at dinner, and it's an American flag Ford symbol. So
Perfect.
it's great.
Right on. Go America.
Go America, exactly.
But yeah, circling back to that pintail thing, this could probably be a very hotly debated subject with the limit because I was listening to another podcast and it was was it a waterfowl biologist? I want to say it was a waterfowl biologist. He specialized in waterfowl. Mm-hmm. And what he kind of came to the conclusion, and I think he's still working on the theory and stuff, is that the pintail is breeding more males than females.
Oh.
And so what's happening is, I'll just say it right now, ducks are rapists. All right? They're hardcore rapers.
And mallards are one of the worst ones.
Yep. So anyways, the Drake pintail He'll come up, find a female, and if she's already mated with somebody else and has laid eggs, he will destroy that nest so that he can mate with her.
So basically, they're killing off the population before we can even get to them. So,
Exactly.
so that's why. Isn't that why canvasbacks are the exact same way? Because you only can kill, what is it, 1 or 2 canvasbacks, I think,
Yeah,
a day?
and I know canvasbacks were very heavily hunted for the market gunning days,
Yeah.
which we'll have to get into later on. I think that whole history behind that's really cool.
That could be a whole other session of
A
podcast.
2-part series.
Yeah, that could be a 2-part series. Maybe we'll need to cover that next week.
But yeah, just a little bit of it was the canvasback was the most prized bird to shoot, and so every market gunner in the 1800s, early 1900s was gunning them down. But I think it's been, about 80, 90, maybe close to 100 years of them being protected as heavily as they are. You would think that the population would just bounce back and you'd be able to kill more than just 2.
Yeah.
So maybe that is a very similar thing to the pintail.
Yeah, it could be. And, it's not like you don't go out and not see a group of pintails. I feel like every time I'm out, I see a couple groups, a couple flocks of them just going by. And I've been one of those days where you shoot at a flock and I kill the hen.
Yeah.
And I get over there and I look at it and I'm like, shit.
Well, you probably saved her from a lifetime of misery.
A lifetime of misery, dude. Those freaking drakes, man. They're not nice, man.
One hen hanging out with 7 drakes is not a good time.
No, it is not. Yeah, because I know, like, mallards especially are an extremely aggressive bird, and they'll go after anyone to try to, like, any type of bird to mate with them.
Yeah, and I almost wonder why that population is, I don't want to say booming, but I know it's always stayed consistent.
Yeah.
And then they're also the only birds that you get weird mutant birds
Yeah.
out of them.
That's because they don't stick to one species. They'll mate with a pintail, and you'll have, like, I've seen some guys post on a lot of waterfowl pages where they'll find, like, mutant mallards, and it looks like a pintail with a green head, or you have like a gadwall body and a green head, and it's weird.
Weird. Yeah, and that's where I think a lot of people think that those are the hen drakes. Have you ever heard of those?
Yeah, hen drakes. I've seen those, and dude, they're weird.
So yeah, I wonder if pintails are strictly pintails.
Yeah.
They're a little duck racist.
A little duck racist. You know what? Have you ever killed a banded bird?
No, I haven't. That's been on been on my to-do list for sure.
I don't know actually how many they actually banned. And
let's see if I can find a report.
Yeah, you look for that report.
Look at that,
Like, my dad has killed one. He killed a banded pintail. And then my brother killed a banded gadwall. I've never killed one.
Really?
Oh, I've been trying, dude. But I was looking through Instagram, and I follow all these waterfowl pages, and someone posted a banded coot.
No way.
Yes, a banded freaking coot.
Gosh.
Like, you're already like, I don't want anyone to know that I shot this coot. But you're like, oh shoot, it's got a band. That would just be like the worst sympathy prize ever. Like, hey, you shot a coot. Here's a band.
Yeah, for real. Hey, good job shooting that devil bird.
Yes. But I know we were talking about this at work a couple days ago, was the Waterfowl Slam bands.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. For those who don't know, it's actually a program where you can sign up, and basically they're like achievements that waterfowl, that you can get through waterfowl hunting. And like one of them is shooting 7 drake mallards in a day, getting your limit. A limit, a teal. I know there is actually one for coots where you have to shoot 25 coots in a day. And what you do is
Coot slam.
Yeah, the coot slam, and you take a picture, like basically like, hey, look, I did this that day, and you fill out a report and everything, send it, and then they send you a colored band on it. And
Really?
dude, yeah, it's actually pretty cool. My brother-in-law did it, and he has a couple colored ones. And some of those are hard, man. Like the Coot Slam, I don't think I could do. I don't, unless you're water pounding all of these coots, you're not going to get
And
25
then,
in a
not
day.
even like trying to decoy them. Either.
No,
Like,
those
you're gonna have to be like out on the prowl jump shoot.
yeah, those don't decoy. Like the closest I got is they're swimming in the decoys. Like,
Yep.
but
Not even flying in; they just swim in.
no, yeah. And when they fly, they're like buzzing the top of the reeds.
They fly low.
It's like teal, man. Those
Those things come in hot and
they
heavy, man.
they came in hot and heavy, and I cannot tell you how many times we're sitting in the marsh and we have reeds at our back, and they just fly right over them, and you hear it before because you hear the and just like coming in so
Silent.
hot. Yeah. Oh, but dude, it's so much fun to get like whole mess of teal just coming in for you.
All right. Well, I can't find anything on banding of this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know. Yeah, I'm not even sure if they ban birds every single year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to.
Because I know like the ones that we've taken, they've actually been taken in different states. Like they were banned in another state a couple years ago, and then they, of course, the migration and everything.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that might be like a nationally done thing of how many. But maybe it is all depending on the population that year of how many they actually banned.
Let's see, Utah Waterfowl Banding Program.
Oh yeah.
Let's see what's going on in here. All right, so yeah, the banding thing. The only thing I can find is back in 2018, the Utah Division of Wildlife Resources banded 3,000 to 5,000 geese.
Oh wow. Clear back in 2018, huh?
Yeah.
I wonder if they do have the reports out this year, or those are yet to come.
Yeah, I wonder.
Oh,
It'll be
wow.
interesting to see.
I know that's still the main goal. I feel like every waterfowl guy is like, yes, I want a banded duck or goose. Because you see some, like if you go out to those ponds and stuff, just like heck, Daybreak Lake has some that, like I saw 2 collars on one and a couple foot bands on another, and it just pisses you off.
Oh yeah, you just ugh.
Dude, you know what? This has been a good podcast. I'm sorry, guys. We're actually kind of hitting our time limit right now. Just want to let you know that we do have Instagram. It is The Salty Gentleman, all one word. Feel free to give us a little bit of a follow. We do have merchandise coming very soon. We have a few of our, what are these? These are our emblems, I guess. Is that what you call them? Logos? Yeah, that's the word I was looking
there
for.
you go.
So all our logos will be put on t-shirts, hats, whatever we can kind of figure out. And we'll have a few different styles of them. But yeah, it's actually been a great podcast, man.
Yeah,
I think it was a
not too
good
bad.
first one. So,
Final thoughts?
Final thoughts is, stay being a gentleman. That gentleman rule, man, is just yes, ma'am, today.
Yes, ma'am. And stay salty, boys.
Stay salty. Later.